just sort of matter-of-factly goes, yeah, I don't really care if I'm fighting for the title. I was sitting in a sauna, not one drop of sweat. It happens. You guys could call off the fight. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't really, right? Because he's already paid. He's paid. He's paid. It's a contract. He's paid already. He doesn't care. I'm sure that there's an out clause, and I'm sure there's a payday clause for not having the fight. But either way, what does he care? Like, he gets talked about if he doesn't make the fight. So I think you'd run into that fight and you beat this dude like a redheaded stepchild. I mean, I really honestly believe that. Like, that's how I would treat the fight. Like, I would want to put a hurt on Molina in ways that he's never been hurt. For making me drop weight, for me not eating ice cream, for me missing out on a Tommy's chili cheeseburger. I got to put a hurt on this dude. And he didn't. He didn't.
So after the fight, he went to court.
Thank you for co-signing that check, Andrew.
Yep. He went to court, and the judge said, you think you're above the law, and I'm going to show you you're not, and sentenced him to 90 days in jail.
For what?
This goes back to that car incident where he gave a auto mechanic his car, had the man do some repairs. I guess
and he didn't pay him?
Yeah, he didn't want to pay for the job after he seen how it came out. He said he didn't look good. The man said, well, you got to pay me. This was that's what the deal was. The repairs are done. The car is fixed. Terrence Crawford sent in some guys to come and pull the car down. And there's video on this. You clearly see.
So he got menacing and he got the whole nine.
They pull the car off the lift without it even being on the ground. So the car like falls in the shop, damages the lift, damages things in the shop. Just stupid. And it was only it was under 10 grand, I think. I swear to God, it's under 10 grand.
I'm pretty sure that Bob would have written that check since he's his best prospect.
He made like 1.3 million on Saturday. What is wrong with you people? Come on, guys. Come on.
There you go. Terrence Crawford in jail. That matters to Terrence Crawford's family and the one person listening who's a Terrence Crawford fan.
Miguel Cotto.
Miguel. What about Cotto fighting Kirkland? You think
fighting
that's
Kirkland?
Newsworthy?
No,
I know about it.
This is what's news. This is what's news. It's on HBO pay-per-view. And
that's ridiculous. I didn't know that, and that is ridiculous.
You ready for the catch weight, Lee? Are you ready for this catch weight that Cotto demanded?
165 pounds.
153.
150. I was going to say 154. I really was.
Well, that's the division. 154 is the freaking super welterweight division, the junior middleweights.
Right.
So he wants 153 though. Don't you come in at 154. I have no talk about diva. They've always said Cotto's a diva. What? I don't even get this catch weight.
But here's the thing about Cotto. All right. And here's the truth about that fight, right? The fight's bigger for Kirkland than the fight is bigger for Cotto, right? I mean, let's be honest. This could make Kirkland's career if he gets this win.
Oh, it definitely it gets him a shot at
so
yes.
If you're coming at me and I'm the I'm the guy, right? I'm the draw. I'm the Puerto Rican star, which would be shocking if it was me. And I say, hey, we're going to fight. Look, you got to fight me at 155, 154, 150. If I said 150, you want the fight with me. These are my rules. You've got to do it.
153. He is so stupid.
By the way, that's not that crazy. I can tell you this: the debacle that was my last cage fight, I was given you know this. I'm 6'2" and I walk around at around 200 pounds, 215 most of the time. Holiday season, 215. Right?
Yes, sir.
And the guy that I wanted to fight said, "I'm not going to fight you unless you're 185." What? That's a human being smaller.
Yeah, that's not 1 pound.
That's
I just come on,
but
Miguel.
That's the way it is.
Okay.
To take the fight, you cut the weight.
Rock Nation owes Cotto $10 million still on the contract. So it seems that Cotto is going to be making 10 million for a James Kirkland fight on pay-per-view. I don't know where this money's coming from. That's coming out of Jay-Z's wallet. I'm telling you that right now. Lee,
I don't think
Lee,
I don't even think it would affect Jay-Z's wallet.
I'm gonna be no, it won't, but it's coming out of his wallet. There's no way that this fight in Frisco, Texas is gonna make them $10 million plus enough money for the networks and Jay-Z to actually profit too. Bullshit. It's a stupid fight. I don't know who's running Rock Nation, but this is absurd. HBO, I've been saying it for a while. Let me tell you guys. We just told you 2 of the first pay-per-view shows next year for HBO. One of them is Daniel Jacobs versus Triple G, which, from a diehard standard, legit. That's a good fight for HBO. Don't know if people are going to drop $70 to watch that thing on HD. The next fight is Cotto Kirkland. Look it. I don't remember any time that I have not bought an HBO or Showtime pay-per-view event. This will be the first. I am not purchasing Miguel Cotto versus James Kirkland on March 18th. I'll tell HBO that right now. They can mark my name off, and there's going to be this fight won't break 60,000 because Cotto's not that popular in the Puerto Rican with the Puerto Rican fans anymore. All of his wearing pink, pinching his friend's ass, sleeping with the man while his wife's in another house. All that shit has played an effect on Cotto. He might not care. I don't think he cares because he still does it, but he's lost his fan base. He's not the same Miguel Cotto that he used to be. 10 million for this, please. It's an absolute joke. They're saying that Cotto is trying to secure Canelo too. So, and Canelo made big news this week, Lee. We wanted someone to take the Chavez Jr. fight.
Sure, Canelo took it.
Right,
but I don't
now,
think is it truly official?
Right now, they're in negotiations.
Right.
A catch weight of 165. They offered Chavez $5 million. They don't know if they gave him a percentage of the pay-per-view. Chavez Sr. says they've agreed on there's a rematch clause. They've agreed on it. They've agreed on the date, which would be Cinco de Mayo next year. The only thing that he wants is a bigger price, the $5 million, which is true. This fight is worth a lot more than $5 or $10 million. I think this fight gets made because it allows De La Hoya a pass on Triple G. This is a legit pass. Everyone's going to buy into this fight, especially the Mexicans, and that's really all Golden Boy needs to make this thing a success is the one fan base. Because in America and in Mexico, this is going to be a huge fight. So he has this fight right here that he could set up for May. If the Mexicans show up for Miguel Cotto in Texas and he knocks the shit out of James Kirkland, don't be surprised if Cotto versus Canelo 2 is held in Texas again later in the summer. So Triple G does not look like he's still going to be on Canelo's radar. Possibly in September of 2017, I would think.
But it's not real.
Earliest.
It's not news. It's just talk. It's bullshit.
No. This is real because there's nothing bigger for both. This is an easy fight for Canelo. The only thing Canelo.
I agree. Look, I think you throw. Look, when I saw the story come up right through the feeds, I agree. Canelo needs something to
big.
He needs bolster his fan base.
Yes.
It's not just a big fight. It's a huge fight. And if they hold this fight anywhere but Mexico, they're idiots.
I think they do Texas if.
Okay, I'd let you do Texas. I mean, you could probably even get away with Vegas, okay? It's a big enough fight for Vegas, for Texas, either in Southern California, for those of you unaware.
This is
huge Mexican fan bases. But Mexico, for sure. Like, I don't know how you don't put that where Chavez fought, who's the dude from Alaska, the Alaskan state, the dude who said he was fighting cab drivers. Why am I?
Greg Haugen.
Him. Greg Haugen.
No.
Where did the bullfighting ring in Mexico?
Because you'll do 100,000 seats in Dallas. Look at the prices in Dallas are not going to be as expensive as in Las Vegas. I think they hurt.
I'm just telling you that
they hurt the fight.
A huge chunk out of that fan base. huge
I don't
chunk.
I don't know if this is a rich man's fight. I think this is going to be more of a blue
I don't think
collar
it's a rich.
crowd.
I think it's a blue collar fight. Why?
Yeah,
Why I'd put it at I want
Dallas.
to say it's Azteca Arena in Mexico. I believe it's Azteca Arena.
There's not a
Stadium.
lot of money out there though, Lee. They can make more money here in the States with that
Yeah,
fight. And
how
and
would it look for Canelo to be surrounded by two, like 100 and, you know, they'll oversell it. It'll be standing room only in Mexico. You know how that would look
yeah,
on TV?
yeah, and if they weren't who they are, there's more money in the States. They're gonna bring them here because they still do 100 grand. That fight sells Dallas out in a heartbeat. Everyone's gonna be rich. They're gonna do 2 million buys on the pay per view. It's a fight that needs to happen. Chavez has been out there waiting. No one
So
has.
you're saying that this fight doesn't outdraw Pacquiao versus Vargas? You're saying it only does 2 million buys?
Yeah, the Pacquiao Vargas didn't do 2 million buys.
What
Pacquiao
did it do?
like
I thought it did
three.
3
No,
million.
it did like 300,000.
Oh, is that what it did? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. Remember, and that was that was actually a success
Yeah,
when you
yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
about
You're right.
Kovalev Ward.
Yep,
So,
yep, yep.
um, yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with HBO. We'll see what happens. I hope they fire. What is it? You said his name Peter Nelson? Is that the guy that runs HBO?
Yeah, that's the current CEO or sports.
Khan versus Brook in negotiations. Kind of a weird timing after Spence Jr. had said he wanted to fight Kell Brook for the IBF title. It looked like that thing was going to a purse bid. All of a sudden, Khan steps up in the WBC convention and says he wants to fight Kell Brook now. That fight will get made. They'll do 80,000 at Wembley.
Yeah, I
Spence
saw the whole Amir Khan Kell Brooks fiasco thing going down.
Spence.
I got nothing on that. Like, I don't want to see that fight. I don't care about that fight.
Well, that's a UK fight though. That's for them. We'll watch because we love boxing over here, but that fight's going to be held over there, promoted over there. That's Kell Brook and Amir Khan got their own little feud over
And
there. It
the
will do
only
very good.
person who seems to be interesting in this whole thing, remarkably, is Kell Brooks, who is the one talking all the trash, and he should. If I'm Kell Brooks, I'd talk so much trash my head would explode. I don't see how Kell Brooks loses this fight.
I'm going to tell you the only way Spence can win this from Amir Khan is if he can convince Al Heyman to do this fight in the UK. Right now, with this thing going to a purse bid for Brook and Spence Jr., if it goes to a purse bid, Kell Brook is going to have a 75-25 split on the purse. They will take that fight if they allow it to be in the UK because they'll put it in the biggest arena they can and try to pack it with Kell Brook by himself. Everyone knows Spence Jr. is the real deal with the welterweight division. He's undefeated. He's number one contender across the board. Everyone sees him as the future. This fight is huge. We don't know if Al Heyman's going to agree. Al Heyman would basically be giving all the what do you say, negotiation power to Hearns.
Eddie Hearn. Yeah.
Eddie Hearn, if he allows him to take the split, take the venue.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you've heard the name on the show a few times. Eddie Hearn is the English equivalent to Bob Arum. I mean, that's probably the best way to describe him. But he handles everything. And if there's a fight in England, it's Eddie Hearn. Like, he's the guy behind he's the guy. He stacks fight cards. He's probably a cross between Bob Arum and Don King. I mean, his shows are stacked like an old Don King card, but he treats his fighters probably more like Bob Arum. He's a very smooth operator. You know, he puts together fight cards that people want to see. I cannot talk about how much reverence I watch Skybox. I watch the international broadcasts of the fights. I'm telling you, they talk about Eddie Hearns with Dan Rayfield drools over him. So do I. The guy puts together great fight cards. He knows what he's doing. I wish he would work here in the States, but he knows his role. He stays right in Europe, right in England, and I'm sure he makes an inconceivably large amount of money doing what he does, and he's very good at it. He gives the fans the fights they want to see, and he hypes them up. He does the job correctly.
Stervine Povetkin got canceled this on fight day.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that whole cancellation, but there's again, that's on Sterbine.
No,
That's
Povetkin.